Okay. These things never fit through the door. Goodness. Okay. I gotta go. Okay. Hey, babe. Yeah. So both kids are sick, and I was on a Facebook Live training my students, and so yeah, I went to pick them both. I have to head to this event that I'm co-hosting. So I am training my students. Hi, students. Yes. Okay. All right. So we're gonna put the tripod here. Gotta love Amazon. Yeah. I'm gonna crush it. I know I'm gonna crush it. I love you. You handle dinner, okay? You handle dinner. I don't have the energy, okay? You handle dinner. I love you. Okay, bye. These bags, am I right? They're so heavy. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we carry these heavy bags? Okay, I'm gonna put this here. These bags are just too heavy. I can't do this anymore. I just want to eat, pray, and love, you know? Like, that's all I want to do. Or just a shower. Just a shower. A 10-minute shower that's uninterrupted. Anyone else? Like, yes, I love you guys so much. You're doing great, okay? Mommy's trying her best right now, okay? All right, so what was I doing? Okay. Facebook Live. Yep, keep implementing. You guys are doing great. Yep. Action takers are money makers. You've got this. Okay. All right, so they're good. All right, kids are good. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's more. Okay. I thought it was cold in here, and I am burning up. It's like hot yoga in here now. I can't hold that one anymore. It's like Jenga. You think it's gonna fall? If we dent the floor, I'll pay for it. Okay. No worries. I'll just do more reels and, you know, start a GoFundMe if I need to. All right, I feel a little bit better. Oh, I needed to send you an email. Julie needed an email from me. Let me go ahead and send that. Oh, the Wi-Fi password. What's the Wi-Fi password? Okay, I don't have time for this. She'll have to get the email later. Okay. She's probably meal prepping and... Okay. Hot yoga, I'm telling you. Okay. I think I'm ready to start my keynote. Wait a second. You think this goes with my outfit? A little bit? When you have ADHD, you just have lots of bags and lots of drinks. Okay? If you know, you know. Okay. Let's put that one down too. Gotta find a pen. It was in here somewhere. There we go. Big goals. Big goals. I have big goals. I have big dreams. I have big goals. And I have big dreams. I'm just too tired. I just can't. I'm just too tired. I can't live like this anymore. It's too heavy, it's too much. I just can't. It's not even I can't. to be shamed for moving fast because I know what I want. I also don't want to be made fun of if I take 3 weeks to get back to you. Okay, that feels a little bit better. I can breathe a little bit more. But I still can breathe. Take some deep breaths. Jen said deep breaths. I think I held for 4. Okay, I feel better. In order to fully speak with you, I need to take off a few more layers. Is that okay with you guys? Okay. Just wanted to be fair and ask for consent. This is a want relationship, so. And I came to play big, and I don't want to hold back, because you deserve it. I'm here in service to you. And so I can talk with these layers on, but I don't want to. But I just want to know that that's okay. I'd ask you to get naked, but I don't think we hosted that type of retreat. Maybe that's next time. So I have your consent? Yes. Thank God. I didn't shave. But I did get a spray tan for you. I thought that was generous. I can breathe. Wow. I can breathe. It's safe. It's safe to feel this good. It's safe to feel this good. I don't have to hide. I'm not too much. I'm actually really smart. I'm a very smart woman. I like being different. Different is what connects me to the most amazing humans in the world that also feel different. I'm not too loud. I may drop an F-bomb every now and then, but it can't be perfect, right? I've been working on it. That's 3 strikes and you're out. Oh, that one's heavy. I'm not perfect, so I'm gonna make mistakes, but I always mean well, and I always want to learn. But man, with some people that are keeping score, too many strikes, you're not good enough anymore. You made too many mistakes. On August 27th, 1990, I was born into this world. And although I'm now 5'4", with a lot more hair, including my legs, this is my soul. I have the biggest heart, with big goals and dreams, that just wants to help other people. And by the age of 8, every girl starts losing herself. More and more and more. And all of these bricks start to be added to you. And we don't even always know it. And almost to the day, this is ironic because I realized this when you were talking almost to the day of this retreat is when I started the naked method. I don't have tattoo sleeves yet, but that's on the list. It's on the list. So these are my temporary tattoo sleeves. I didn't even know that I was calling it the naked method. It didn't start off by like, let's call it the naked method. But like, what I want you to hear is that you're not meant to feel these things. You truly aren't. We are meant to feel lots of emotions, but we're not meant to put ourselves through pain and agony for a long period of time. And we do, even if we don't know it, are choosing to hold on. Because although it is painful, I have camel toe, just some, girl, remember? That is added in the list. Just give me like a, okay? I had some hands earlier that said you would do a booger and you would do broccoli. So I'm counting on those people.
What would you like a signal to be?
Do this or like this. And this is actually my pitch to TEDx, so hey TEDx. Anyways, I digress. But we aren't meant to feel these things, and we, even if we don't know it subconsciously, because over 90% of our actions are subconscious, which is kind of scary because so much is happening on autopilot. And so we make decisions every single day. Did you know we make over 30,000 decisions every single day? And as I talk to more moms, they're like, well, let's also add 30,000 for each child that I have, because, and you have 8. Oh my goodness, we're over the 6-figure mark there, right? Because you're helping your children make decisions as well, right? And so we are making decisions so much, so fast, that the what's for dinner conversation is exhausting. We are overwhelmed, we are burnt out, we are exhausted, and so when someone like me comes in like, let's dream big, you're like, fuck you! I'm trying to figure out dinner because I didn't order meal prep life. Shameless plug. And so we get to take responsibility, because even if we don't know that the decisions that we're making, because a lot of them are subconscious, this is your loving interruption right here and right now that we've got to take responsibility. Because last year was the most painful year of my life, but also the best year of my life. Has anyone ever felt that? It's finding the light. I was at the darkest I have ever felt. And the hardest part about being in that darkness when you're a mother is you don't get a sick day. You've got to wipe the tears and pick yourself back up because your babies are counting on you. And when you're a business owner, who are business owners in here? You also don't get sick days. Because guess what? You're 100% commission-based if you didn't know that. And so if you don't show up, not only is it hard to make money, can be, but also if you have team members, employees, they're counting on you. So the pressure, the weight that we feel not only as women, not only as mothers, and also business owners it's too much. It's too much. And also, I am on a mission to, one, embody and inspire others that that's not the only option. We are not meant to be martyrs, just getting through the day. And that's coming from somebody that has 2 children under the age of 6. And I don't want to choose that that's my reality. And so last year, I chose me. I chose me. For the first time, I fully chose me. There was moments before where it was like, oh yeah, I choose me. Oh yeah, I choose me. Okay, let me make a post. Okay. But I chose me without anyone knowing. It was an internal decision because of exactly what I felt when I was sitting right here. And it started small. And so my hope in my keynote today is to share with you what the naked method is. Did I spell it right? You know how hard this is to do? It even already faded. Okay, not okay.
I thought it was real. It looks good.
Does it? Yes! Okay, cool. I did shave my armpits for you though. So I was like, I'm gonna be like holding my arms out. I should probably shave those. But my goal today is to share what the naked method is, because I finally came up with a name. It's kind of like when you're growing a baby and you're trying to figure out a name. I never was like forcing it, but it literally just hit me one day. Because I don't like scripting my talks, I just allow myself to be, because I trust whatever is meant to happen does. I've tried the whole PowerPoint scripting thing, it's just not for me. If it's for you, that's fantastic, but the day last year that I chose myself, it started small. Hopefully I hacked it. It was in here somewhere. Oh, it's right here. Okay. So the day that I chose myself, I was in my car with tears running down my face, and I always have office supplies. I know you do. This is how we're soul sisters. She's like, oh, I have all the notebooks and pens. I was like, me too. We got you covered. So I was in my car. I had a Sharpie. And I wrote this on my hand. I choose me. That was my first small step. The biggest thing I want you to take away from today is anything that you desire and any way that you want to feel, you can have. It's available to you. It is. And in that moment, I made one small step. The world will tell you that you have to get out of your comfort zone. But last year I learned a different way. It's to expand your comfort zone. Because us actually being in our comfort zone, if you never read the Comfort Zone book by Kristen Butler, grab a copy of it. It was a part of my Naked Method process. And when I wrote down, I choose me, I was starting to expand my comfort zone, and I didn't even know it. And that's the beautiful part about a personal growth journey, is things will happen because they're meant to happen. Nothing is by accident. And so in that moment, this was my first small step. I choose me. And I intentionally put it on the inside of my palm because it was for me. It was for me. And again, how I shared earlier, the best thing we can do is go live our dreams for our children. My daughter, without me saying anything, noticed this and asked, "What's that, Mommy?" And I shared, "Mommy's going through some tough stuff, but I'm working through it, and this is helping me." And she goes, "I want that too. Can I write it on my hand?" Absolutely. And there's actually a photo of her going like this, showing hers. And that was just a little glimmer to keep going. Just one little step. I'm in my young children era, so Frozen is big for us. And there's actually a Frozen song in Frozen 2. Take a step and a step again. No one? Okay. But look it up because truly, it's so helpful. That's all that we need to do. Any big goal that you desire, any big goal, the biggest thing stopping you is just all those teeny little steps. But as women, we tend to stop because of all of this. It's not you. You know how I've been on calls with women for thousands of hours, from no business to startups to over $5 million. And you know what is so interesting to me? It has nothing to do with money. It really doesn't. Because this is the commonality. Like the bricks, these are my bricks. Your bricks may be different, and there's a whole other set of bricks in a storage unit right now. Just kidding. But these are my bricks. And I intentionally sat down and thought about them. Do you know how freeing it was to even write this on there? I'm like, wow, I don't feel that anymore. A year ago, I wouldn't be able to tell you that. Or I should change that. I do feel it, but it doesn't stop me. It doesn't derail me. Because we're humans, we are going to feel. And I have human moments. But before, this was stopping me from so much joy, so much connection, not only with others, but myself. The thing that we don't talk enough about, that maybe I'm meant to talk about more, we talk about money freedom, we talk about time freedom, but there's one type of freedom that we don't talk about enough. Emotional freedom. You can have all the time in the world, you can have all the money in the world, but if you aren't in love with you, it doesn't feel that great. And we keep chasing, and we keep chasing, and we keep chasing, and we will keep chasing. So a better, I shouldn't say better, see, I'm human. A different path that I think feels incredible is, what if I put all of this down and I started to hear my own voice again? Because the choosing me, I needed to start hearing my own voice again. I couldn't hear my own voice. Anyone else? It was so hard to even do the journal prompt of my goals, my dreams, my desires, the feelings that I want to feel. How do I want my day to look? I could not. It would be like if you were speaking a different language to me. Because I could not hear my own voice. It was so noisy in my head. And it's because of bricks like this. All the layers on top of me. And so the naked method is built on you choosing you. Not because you're going to make $1 million, because that's outside validation. Not because you want to have a big house or go travel the world. Again, those things are amazing, but it's still us chasing a feeling that's in the future, which means that you're not worth it right now. Does that make sense? And then it feels hard. It feels challenging to create those desires because they're always in the future. And so when you can fall in love with you right now, with the money that you have in your bank account, the time that you have, when you can enjoy your day, even if you are in a job that you don't love, when you can find joy with your reality right now, everything changes. The layers start to literally disappear. It's like magic. You don't even have to take them off. They just start to come off. Without much, like last year, I did not go to the gym two times a day, I did not have the time. I did the emotional work, and if you look at photos of me, I do not look like I do right now. Not just the weight that I lost, you can see the difference in my energy in a photo. This is how powerful the naked method is. And it's not just me seeing it, other people started to notice. And it wasn't because I was like, oh my gosh, look how awesome I am. True transformation is your embodiment. All my life I was made fun of for my weight. All my life I struggled to lose weight. The fact that I am standing here practically naked, not even worried about camel toe, and my legs that are unshaved, like the fact that I can do this, and I chose to do this. No one forced me to do this. But I wanted to do this in the hopes of creating a visual interruption for you. I'm not posting these on OnlyFans or anything like that. I think they would sell, maybe. It's the backup plan. Just kidding. But all my life, every time I looked in the mirror, I did not choose myself. I did not love myself. I put lots and lots of Band-Aids on, lots and lots of layers, and the bricks just kept piling, and the bricks kept piling. And I thought what it meant to be successful was putting yourself last. I ate Pop-Tarts every morning for breakfast in college, Red Bulls multiple times a day, very little sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead. I just gotta keep working 3 jobs, putting myself through college, running a nonprofit organization. I'll make it. This is what success is about. And wouldn't you know it, I had panic attacks. A doctor thought you might have MS. And it was all because I was choosing to live the way that I was living. And then you go from college to get married, and then you have kids, and guess what? The interesting part is habits and patterns will keep repeating over and over and over in different ways until we finally create the pattern interruption that says enough is enough. And so mine was last year, and what I talk to women about is what I call wake-up call moments. A lot of us, if I asked you to journal right now and say, tell me every wake-up call moment that you've had that has significantly transformed your life. A lot of our wake-up call moments, we're actually not choosing them. It's either, I should say this, we don't know that we're choosing them. If we are. And so those moments are really what shape transformation. Have you ever heard of somebody that lost their job and then blew up their business? Have you ever heard of somebody that had a daughter that was born with Down syndrome and built a huge, thriving business because she had to fight for her baby? That's a wake-up call moment. She had no other choice but to fight. And so those are painful and yet beautiful moments. And the exciting part that was a breakthrough for me in this Naked Method journey, because I'm on the journey with you. I'm not speaking to you, I'm speaking with you. And like this method has felt so important to share because the amount of calls that I have been on where women do not feel like they're enough, they do not feel lovable, they do not feel that they can do it, it hurts my heart. And I can be your cheerleader all day, every day, but until you look in that mirror and choose yourself, we will keep creating blocks after block after block. And it just doesn't feel good. It just doesn't feel good. So the exciting part about all of this, because I'm not gonna just walk away and be like, good luck. Just look in the mirror and choose yourself, you've got it. Because that wouldn't be, that's not fair. And so the exciting part about all of this is you can manufacture as if you have your own factory. You can manufacture your own wake-up call moment. And guess what? It can be from a place of love. It can be from a place of excitement. It can be from a place of, oh my goodness, I'm worth it. And you don't have to do it alone. There is power in community. You will automatically be happier when you're around happier people. Yes? You will believe in yourself more when you're around people that believe in themselves. You will be more successful when you're around people that know that they deserve success and are actively seeking it and speaking it in. They're not pushing it away. They're like, yes, because I know I can bless more people. I can change more lives. When you're around giving people, you're inspired to give more. When you're around kind people, you want to be kinder. So the most powerful thing that we all can do is to not go on your own naked method journey alone. Because if I know I can get the fast pass at Disney, I'm going to get the fast pass instead of waiting in line for hours with 2 screaming children. Anyone? Yes please, fast pass, yes, let's go. And it's a way more enjoyable experience. So how you manufacture your own wake-up call moments is first choosing yourself, because no one forced you to be here today, right? You all actually, in a way, already chose yourself, which is exciting. You may not even know that you're on your naked method journey. And everyone's naked method journey is different, just like your fingerprints. But the goal is that you are choosing yourself every single day, and you're creating that emotional freedom. The weight will start to dissolve. It will. You start to make different decisions. You start to be at peace if people don't like you, because you actually like yourself. You start to look in the mirror and go, okay. Okay, let me send a photo to my man. You just start to love yourself, despite unshaved legs, despite any acne. I was gonna go more naked for you guys, but I was like, this is a faith-based group. I don't want to go over the line. So please know, although I'm wearing a bodysuit, it's not to suck things in. I am proud of who I am and the babies that I've birthed. But my stomach looks different, right, than when I was 16, and that's okay. So it's not, I had to let go of being perfect. I had to let go of trying to make everyone else happy, what they thought I should be, what move I should make, how quickly I should make that move. What would it look like? This is a great journal prompt for you to sit with over this weekend. What would it look like if you manufactured your own wake-up call moment this weekend, and for the next 365 days, you shed every layer, and we can talk more about this, You put down anything that felt heavy, and every day for 365 days, because this is not just a crash diet. We know that those things don't work. For 365 days, you just took one little baby step at a time. And you kept going. And you kept feeling lighter and more joyful and more peaceful. The most exciting part about the Naked Method is everything that I thought I wanted in 2024 completely changed. Why do we do that where we plan a whole year and we're like, oh my goodness, I'm going to do this on this date, I'm going to do this, and I have this goal? Because I was a whole different person. And so if you want to get in the time machine with me, if you want the fast pass, the most important thing that you get to know is you do get to be ready. You get to be open and ready to heal. And that requires you to feel. This has probably been the hardest part of the Naked Method for me. Because emotions that were big emotions and wrong emotions did not feel safe in my body. And I had to hold myself through what I call the messy middle of releasing the pain. And it's almost like when you're giving birth. I'm sure you've seen it all, right? Your goal, you are determined to get that baby in the world. So you're willing to scream. You're willing to do what it takes. And so all of our talks are tying together. It's so beautiful. None of us, we weren't in a room and you say this and I'll say this, and we'll just tie it all together and blow their minds. We're all connected. And so you're so determined in childbirth because it's for somebody else. So you love that baby so much. I've had friends that have adopted, and that is similar to birth in so many ways, because it's painful, typically, with adopting a child. But again, it's because you're wanting to fight for somebody else and you love that human so much. We get to do that for ourselves, and that's what the Naked Method is built on. We can't build, it's hard to build a wealthy, crazy, ridiculous, amazing, fun-filled life when these are the bricks. It's gonna crash. And even if it doesn't crash, it's going to feel so shaky, so wobbly, so unsafe. And so the biggest thing that I need you to know, if and when you choose to go on your own Naked Method journey and start to manufacture wake-up call moments, is there is pain involved. I am not going to pretend or sugarcoat. I have felt every emotion this year, well, the last 365 days. In order to fully heal, here is what I have learned. I am a student. In order to fully heal, you get to be ready to feel it, to not stuff it down, to not put Band-Aids on it. You've got to let it out in any way that is helpful, but you choosing yourself is letting it out, truly. And then from there, have you ever had a really good cry and you feel lighter after? Imagine doing that over and over and over and over again. You're going to feel lighter the more you lean in. And the second part to this very, very big disclaimer, I need you to hear this. This is the most important. You You can't be in environments anymore that are what caused the pain. I'm going to say that again because someone needs to hear it. You cannot be in environments anymore that caused you the pain. Because you can have that really good cry, you can write this on your hand, but if we stay in environments that caused the pain, that are a part of the pain, it won't fully allow you to be who you're meant to be. And it is so challenging to accept that and to walk away. And that is not something I would recommend to do, like in first 3 steps. It's going to be too much for your nervous system. The best thing that I have learned in expanding your comfort zone, right? So maybe our comfort zone, like, what does your comfort zone feel like right now? Does it feel like, kind of just draw one in the air for me? Like, when I say your comfort zone, and that's when you feel good and safe and happy and peaceful, like, how big is that right now, would you say? Okay, this big. If someone watching, they'd be like, what are they sizing out here? Okay, is it this big? Is it this big? Okay. So, if you have a notebook, draw the how big you feel like it is, because this is important. It's kind of like the mirror when you're driving, like objects may look bigger than they appear. And so us knowing your starting point of the size of your comfort zone is huge, because if I asked you right now to get naked, would you? So the coolest part about expanding your comfort zone is you do not have to do anything that you don't want to. If you're a vendor, did I go up to you today and say you're getting in front of the group and speaking? No. I said, would you be comfortable? That was intentional. And I know we even had one vendor that said, Julie, will you help me? That was her expanding her comfort zone. I asked another vendor and she said, I'm not ready for that. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll respect that. I'll honor that. So you have to understand where you're starting. How big is your comfort zone right now? It's kind of like blowing up a balloon. And so wherever you're at right now is beautiful and amazing. And guess what? When you're ready to expand, you'll just take a step. And then you'll take another step. And then you'll take another step. And then you'll take another step. And the first, I'm not going to put a number on it, but let's just pretend, the first 20 steps will feel the hardest. Go as slow as you need. I did not put pressure on myself like I must journal every day. I must meditate every day. If you have ADHD, it's not going to work. It's just not, it's hard. And so I let myself just allow this to be this beautiful, expansive journey that, okay, what do I need today? How can I choose myself today? And some days, the step was a smoothie. Some days, the step was journaling. Some days, I'm going to go for a really good run and cry after because that's what I need. But the goal was every single day for 365 days, I'm going to find a way to choose me, even if it's for a minute, 5 minutes, an hour. And it starts to become a part of you, that you don't have to, like, put it on a to-do list. Most people don't write brush your teeth on their to-do list, correct? Some do. My type A girls are like, brush teeth. Okay, I did it. Drive to rebuild. Did it, right? There's nothing wrong with that. I love my type A people. But most people don't put the things that are on autopilot on their list. They know that they're going to do it. And so every decision creates a habit, and every habit creates a pattern. And the exciting part about this is the longer you keep taking steps, It then starts to become, this doesn't feel so hard. Okay. This doesn't feel hard. This doesn't feel hard. Wow. And so, when you're on this journey, there's no way to mess it up. There's no way to get it wrong. There's no, oh my gosh, am I making the right step? When you feel those things, it's a good indicator that we don't trust ourselves yet, fully. When we are questioning, should I go to Rebuild? Should I not go to Rebuild? Should I start the business? Should I not start the business? Should I go on Facebook Live? Should I? Should I not? Oh my goodness. So not necessarily decisions that are what's for dinner, those are just life. But when it comes to decisions about you, we typically have mom guilt because we're not choosing ourselves fully. So like if we maybe had mom guilt coming here, there's still some work to do. And that's an exciting thing, actually. When you take full responsibility for your words, your actions, your dreams, your desires, you're now in the driver's seat. Does anyone like want to be the person that drives everywhere? Like you're like, oh, I'll drive. Anyone like that? Like, I want to have, like my car is my comfort zone. I record a lot of my videos in my car. I get a lot of work done in my car is my comfort zone. And so when you are the driver, like I'm not going to force you to go on the Naked Method journey. But when you're the driver, you can decide, okay, what is the speed that I want to go at? Do I want to stop and get Starbucks? Or a smoothie? A smoothie with it? Okay, I'm getting a little tired. Let me pull over. And the most freeing part about this is you will feel incredible. Who wants to feel incredible? Yes? You are not, when we write down, I want this much money, I want to leave my job, I want to, find the man of my dreams, or travel the world, we're chasing a feeling. Those things give us joy. Those things give us peace, knowing we have money in the bank, and it's real, for sure. And the coolest part about manifesting is when you can create the feelings now. It will literally create the fast pass to everything that you desire. Because when you already, today, feel safe with money, more money shows up. When you are finding joy in your day job, you might have the most random thing will happen where somebody will call you and say, hey, we haven't talked in 10 years, but I remember how hard of a worker you are, and I think there's a spot for you at our business. You can work from home. We'll pay you 6 figures. Like, those types of things happen when you get in energetic alignment with the feelings that you want. So, instead of just thinking about the things that we want, the places that we want to go, the money that we want to have, like write those things down, but write down the feelings. Write down the feelings of what you're desiring that you don't fully feel like you have, or equally, you have a little bit of and you want more. Because when every single day when you're choosing yourself, then you can start to insert those feelings. How can I create more peace today today, right now? Not when I have $1 million in the bank account. How can I create more peace right now on my Friday? Okay? I can cancel my meetings. I can shift meetings around. And so you manufacturing these feelings that you are desiring to have at all or more of will literally, it will blow your fucking mind. I feel like I am floating. It is so hard to describe, to the point where I have to step back and regulate myself and say, you are safe, this is your life, you're not in a dream, like this is, you're living. You're living. And I've had to really step into that because, like I shared earlier, a lot of emotions didn't feel safe, even the good ones. And so what's so interesting with working with so many women is when we don't feel safe in these emotions, these feelings, you will self-sabotage subconsciously. I want you to write down a moment. I want you to write down a moment that you actually got what you wanted. Whether it was like the dream job, it was the love of your life, it was maybe you lost the weight and you like worked so diligently and then we gained it back or something like that. Like, I want you to write down whatever is the first moment that comes up for you where you're like, I saw what I wanted, I started taking the steps like Nellie said, and then boom, wake up call moment that you didn't choose may have happened, and then we walked backwards. Does anyone have one that comes to mind that wants to share?
I don't know if this is exactly applicable, but I had a goal in mind of what I wanted to make for an annual salary. Never thought I'd reached it, but then shortly thereafter made a few stupid financial decisions.
Yes.
Or spent money on stupid shit I shouldn't have spent money on.
Yep.
And then you're like, why did I do that when the extra that I had or whatever I should have done X, Y, Z with.
That's absolutely applicable, which is a really big word, and I'm proud that we both said it. Like, high five us. I was like, okay, say that. Applicable. Yes, you did it. So when that happens, it's one of the bricks, or a lot of them.
Yeah. Old history.
Correct. And so we went for something, right, that you desired, which is a big deal. And then the interesting part is we made decisions. Your bricks did. Don't put that shit on you. I want you to start being like, fuck you, bricks. No. I'm building this home. Yeah. Yes. No. We should all get photos going like this. That's your new profile photo. They're like, what retreat did you go to? Someone got naked. Then she asked me to get naked. It got weird. When we stop owning that we are stupid with money, that we don't know how to manage our time, that we are, continuing to like lose weight and then gain weight, and like we suck and we can't be disciplined. I wish I could be more like you, right? Like whatever it may be. Our words are so powerful. So powerful. It's the bricks. And when we can start to remove ourselves like it's an actual separate entity, it will already create a divide in a good way. And so, you most likely did not feel safe because the bricks were literally consuming you. And ironically enough, your comfort zone was to go back.
Well, and a weird sense of responsibility, and now having the money that I had always thought would make the perfect life. And then it was like, oh, what do I do with this? I've never had any amount of money in my checking account. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
then it was just like, oh, well, shit, make me bad decisions, then that bank account goes right back down. And you go, oh,
No, that is, I was going to ask you like what numbers you add and all of those so you could guess your passwords. What letter is capitalized? No. Again, our words and our actions create our reality. And then we're either living in Vanderpump Rules, which is a complete shit show, and we're like, oh my gosh, right? Or we're living in a really happy Hallmark movie where we're like, oh my gosh, right? Like, life is so good. And so, or a scary movie for that matter, right? And so, when you start to notice the pattern, and you start to realize that's not me, that's not the true, authentic me. No one is born into this world really good with managing money. No one is born into this world with all the confidence or exactly to know how to build a business or any of those things. A lot of what we desire as an adult, we can manufacture. If you want more energy, if you want to be happier, better relationships, better communication, more money, just to feel stronger, more confident, like I guarantee you everything that you desire, you can, for the most part, start to manufacture on your own. And that is the most exciting thing. Every challenge that most adults have don't need to be challenges, for the most part. And so, I wish I could talk all day. I'm gonna be writing a book on this. It's already like flooding out of me, so there's more to come. But I wanna leave you with this, is first and foremost, when we can feel the feelings now. So like, let's pretend we're gonna go back in time and I'm like working with you, right? And you're like, I really want this job. Okay, what emotions, what feelings is that gonna create? Success, happiness, peace, right? Like you could write them all down. And then we would start to create that feeling in your body and in your day-to-day that by the time it happens, it's like, it's an odd moment in time because it doesn't feel like this big celebration, if that makes sense, if anyone's felt this before. Like if you get to a goal, I felt this with the half marathon last year. I made it happen, I got there, and it was just kind of this moment of like, well, of course I did. That's what we're wanting, where it just kind of feels really neutral, and not this, okay, run, right, abort. And so when we're just so used to the feelings of feeling good, when you finally really feel good, you're like, yes. When you create the safety in your bank account where you have a plan. So protocols are what I want to leave you with, because it's what's going to really speed up the naked method. Because none of this happens by just clicking your heels. I practiced that. Did I do good? None of this is going to happen by just you clicking your heels, writing something on your hand, and then keeping your fingers crossed. This is work, y'all. You gotta clock in, you gotta get your game face on, you gotta put some gangster rap on. Where's Emily? You gotta put some country, some worship, whatever is your jam, because this is work, but work is not meant to feel terrible either, by the way. But knowing that there's gonna be energy and effort required on this journey is imperative, and that you're not going to give up on you. Just as much as when you're in labor and delivery, or adopting a baby, you're like, I'm seeing this through. My daughter that I shared with you, it wasn't an option. It's like, we're going to figure this out. That's what I owe her. And so it's doing that for ourselves. So protocols is what I want to leave you with. When we have a plan in place before shit hits the fan, we have so many healthcare providers in here and practitioners. This is their cheat code, truly. Military, same thing. They're able to be in high stress situations where it is literally life and death because they have practiced a protocol so many times. That is not an accident. They know that they need to equip their teammates with, here's exactly what we're going to do. And so when those high stressful moments happen where, oh my gosh, I don't feel safe in my body, because you're human, you could still feel that when that moment does arise, like that big raise. And so when you have a protocol of like, okay, if and when this happens, this is what I'm going to do. You may take a few steps back, but you're not going to run away. And this is the secret sauce. When you can say, okay, let's say I do get this job and we have this abundance of extra cash. Let's go ahead and write down exactly what we're going to do with it. And write it down and put it in your safe. So that way when it does happen and like the emotions are going and you're like, shots for everyone, right? Maybe that is on the list, but nonetheless, you pull out the protocol, because when emotions are happening, have you ever been in an emotional situation and you're like, it's hard to make decisions, correct? Like even when they're good, like it's good emotions. It's like when there's so many emotions flowing through our body, we feel different than when we're like neutral and relaxed. So when you're in a neutral, relaxed state before the event even happens, this is a good manifesting hack too. Then we can decide, okay, we're gonna put 10,000 in our savings. We're gonna move 20,000 here. We're already gonna get a financial advisor because this is happening. So those are the steps. Like when I say steps, it's like hire the financial advisor, right? Okay, next step. We're gonna manage our money now and pull out cash, cut up all of our credit cards, and we're going to like really feel so good with our money now. So it's like no matter what we're desiring, it really comes down to creating the feelings, creating the emotions that you're desiring, creating the protocols for those big moments, and then we just step, and we keep stepping, and we keep stepping, and we keep stepping. The way a basketball player is able to go up to the hoop when there's literally hundreds upon thousands of people watching them, talk about pressure. And if you've ever watched basketball, they have so much ease about, like the good ones, like, and they're just there, and they've got their own method, they've got their own protocol. Have you noticed that? Like athletes, like they don't shy away from like, they keep a very regimented protocol, and they bounce, they look up, and 9 times out of 10 they shoot, and they score. It's because they've done it so many times. It becomes muscle memory. And that is what we can manufacture on our Naked Method journey. So my goal today was to create a pattern interrupt for you. Did I do that? To give you the tools and the resources to at least consider, do I want to create my own version of a Naked Method? And to be able to inspire you that you have something new, because knowledge is power. And so hopefully you can take something from today to at least shed one layer. This is a process. You do not have to rush it. It's actually better not to rush it and just allow yourself to take as long as you need. And you'll notice that the beginning part is what will be the longest, because you're really building up the trust within yourself. And once we have 100% trust in you, that's when the fast pass is activated. So I'm so excited for you. Literally, the feelings are waiting for you, and you can literally create them today. Thank you for giving me a little bit of your time.
Thank you, Nellie.
I'm so lucky. Like I get this. I get her all the time. Okay, I will share a little bit, but not too much. Not too much. Yeah.
During your talk?
that inspires me, and yeah, all those things.
Well, and I want to invite, this is literally intuitively hitting me, like I can't ignore it. Does anyone want to write? I have a Sharpie. Does anyone want to come up and be witnessed and loved on? And did someone already get it?
Susie wants to do it.
Okay. Does anyone else? There's no pressure. Again, comfort zone. But it was like literally speaking to me, like invite somebody that wants to come up.
Okay, so does anybody have to leave to pick their kids up?
Yes, sorry.
You do?
I have a closing in Vandalia at 4:30.
It's okay, it's okay. I know that we have gone over. If you have to leave, I completely understand, okay?
I hate to leave. It makes me very upset that I have to leave.
Okay, it's okay. But